All right, so once again, it is Keith here and
Leigh.
and Leigh, and this is basically essentially the podcast or the short podcast for the Metal Gear Solid Let's Play. So basically, this is just basically an opportunity for us to talk about how it went and how it all started and all that crap. Okay, so basically, we'll talk about what is it like, how this all started. So how it all started was like it was just basically us just picking a game.
Well, yeah, we've been watching like other videos on YouTube.
Easy examples would be like things like Two Best Friends Play and not so much recent, but a while ago, things like Four Player Podcast would be a good example.
Yeah, Four Player Podcast was one thing that definitely I'd like. After watching that, I was just like, I want to do this.
Yeah.
But yeah, like after watching those, what we did was we decided that at one point we'd have to do this. So.
It was always like a vivid thing for us to do.
Yeah, so we were always, the only problems that we had was how are we going to go about doing it? That was one of the big questions.
We tried to look into a capture card, but like that shit's like €100.
Yeah, capture cards, they're pretty expensive and they're hard. Like we're not really experiencing that. So for now, we've been sticking.
We stick with fraps for the moment, just to record this shit, and
whatever.
So we found like a copy of just Metal Gear Solid 1 for the PC lying around, so we tried to get that shit running.
Yeah, so we tried to get it working, and we got it running, and we got fraps working with it.
It was getting that game working was a nightmare. It was a nightmare for me though, because I had to get like 3 or 4 versions. I actually tried using a PlayStation emulator with the discs of Metal Gear Solid 1, and that shit would just not work. It would just not work at all. It would just keep crashing. Then I tried, like, you know what? Might as well try like the PC version. I saw it lying around, so I might as well just grab myself a copy. And then it worked. It didn't work because I'm using Windows 7 and this is Windows 98 software, which as you probably know is a colossal fail. So then after a few, I got a patch, it started working like a charm. The only thing I'd say about it is there's the odd one hiccup bug. There's a few ups and downs with the thing. That bug where the game crashed during Metal Gear Rex.
That kind of ruined everything on us. We hadn't saved in the game at all, and we basically got to like pretty much the very end of the game and
without saving,
yeah, and then poop, stopped working.
That was fucked up. Another one as well. Was it everything that could have gone wrong went wrong? Like I wouldn't say that much, but like there was the odd 1 or 2 problems with the game. Lip sync and audio sync, thank God, isn't one of them.
Yeah.
Was another one. That big fear with the door.
Oh yeah, the bug with the PC version is that you would get trapped inside the room with the PAL keys, and then basically you'd have to call Otacon to open the door, and he'd be like, okay, I'll wait while I get the door open, and then he'll say he'll unlock the door, but he doesn't actually unlock the door, and you're still locked in the room, and you never get out ever.
It's hilarious though, because you ring the codec call of anyone who you can call, and they're all basically just like, what are you doing, Snake? Go get liquid. I would if Otacon opened the fucking door.
Yeah, so we were kind of worried about that, but luckily that didn't happen for us. Other things that would have went wrong.
Other things that went wrong. I died twice.
Yeah.
I died twice. I died in the most humiliated fashion against Metal Gear Rex. He got me in a corner and he stopped me. Liquid, he headbutted me in the ass.
Yeah.
That was fun. But there's one I have to remember about that Let's Play. We had to like hype ourselves up a bit before recording.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we got like, was it like a big bag of Doritos and some Coke? And
it got us through a bit of it. Like it was the first Let's Play.
So nervousness was rampant, especially throughout the first. But after we got into it, we just kind of comforted.
Yeah, we just didn't know what we could say to keep it going, and just tried to not like talk over each other as best we could. Although, it happens. But
it does happen, and it's More like the favorite times is like was it like the part where we had to input the PAL keys. That's just boring.
Yeah,
that's just boring. Like off topic Centropalooza is happening right there.
Yeah, same with the end of the game. We just ran out of shit to talk.
Yeah, just basically just more just trying, practicing. That's all we need.
Yeah, we just need to.
Well, dude, I just want to get this out there, right? Because we drank nearly all that, like the fucking 2-liter bottle of Coke and all that shit. Ever since this isn't the Bloopers version. Ever since Psycho Mantis and the Blast Furnace with the red key card, I was dying to take a piss. I did not want to leave the room. Oh, it's so horrible.
So yeah, we had to like stop the game at one point in the furnace.
You died when I was away.
Yeah.
You fell into. You can actually see. You actually probably kind of hear me leaving because I'm not talking, and then you see Lee running towards a ration. It's a mirage, man. Don't go for it.
Well, I got bored, so
No wonder the key card was yellow when I got back.
You still believed that the key card was still yellow when I got back.
Fuck you.
I just lied.
You lying son of a bitch.
Yeah. Before we even did the video, we actually made a list of topics that we would cover, like jokes that we could do, but we ended up like
not using them,
barely using them. To be honest, like I tried to use like the one or two, but it just didn't seem to work too well. So we just kind of said screw it.
It's all about timing.
Yeah, I just said screw it, and like we just said, or we were just thinking, just go with the flow and just talk about whatever comes to mind and whatever we can come up with at that point. It was a bit tricky, I can say, because I mean we've been playing. We actually had to stop at one point and
outside Vulcan Raven, second boss fight.
Yeah, we had to stop there because
PP break.
PP
break.
But no, not only that, but we actually had to stop and get more coffee because we were just becoming tired.
Yeah, actually was the second was it the original version of the game basically had us once when we get to like the communications tower, the humor just went dry.
It just got so
dry, and it was just basically us rambling about useless crap.
We were getting really tired at that point, and we just needed some like.
But thank God we managed to pull together and like go towards the end.
Yeah, well, we did it.
Barely.
Yeah, well, like next time will be better.
Maybe not as late.
Yeah, because I mean
we're not as late. Probably more
clear.
It's like was it 5 to 6 now, and we started at like 11.
Yeah, we started at 11.
Essentially, had to clear the game twice.
Yeah, we did. We had to go through the game two times.
Two times with like 10-minute bathroom breaks.
Yeah,
yeah. No, we did it. It was good. All you have to do is like edit the software, just basically splice that motherfucker together, because it's basically it takes up. It's in fraps, so it's about 150 gigs. That's not good.
Yeah, it's about 150
it's 150 gigs, so we have to like they're all in like 7-minute segments.
We have to put them together.
Then condense them and then upload them.
Compress it all down.
We should be able to do that.
Hopefully, we shouldn't run into any problems there.
No.
It should be super. It's going to look straightforward. Like I mean, we tried to keep our recording as good as possible so that there would be less editing required in the post. So basically, hopefully we'll be able to just really quickly, post process it and then compress it and upload to YouTube.
Should work.
Yeah.
Should work. I hope we should be able to get more. Just like the next step is to get a capture card.
Yeah, we do need to get a capture card.
We can't live off the PC. Well, we would like to, but we can't. We need we have so many other games that we could laugh about.
There are so many other games that we could do on the Xbox or the original Xbox or any console. To be honest, even on the Dreamcast or the Sega Mega Drive. I've got the Sega CD as well, which have just laughably bad games.
Can we do the one with the the sleepover?
The Night Trap?
Night Trap. Got to do that shit.
Yeah, Night Trap would be fun, but it's a bit of a challenge and a chore to play it.
Nah, dude. They actually got some guy ripped all the video and put it online.
Yeah.
And It's just hilarious because it wasn't originally intended as a Sega CD.
Yeah, it was like, well, you know, most Sega CD games were full motion video games. It was intended to be a Sega CD.
Really?
Yeah, because I mean, in the full motion video, they had
a Sega controller.
Yeah, they had Sega controllers.
Yeah.
And
true.
it was funny because, you know, they're American recorded. It was Sega Genesis and not Sega Mega Drive.
Oh, fail.
Yeah, so
I don't know. Well, fail on whose behalf?
Yeah, that's a good question, to be honest. Because I mean, yeah, it's weird because over in America, they named their consoles differently to ours. Like in terms of Sega consoles, especially it's Sega Genesis, Sega Mega Drive. What else did they have?
Sega Palooza.
Sega Palooza. Like their Dreamcast logo is different to our one. Things like that. It was weird. Yeah, so like, there's tons of things that we'd love to cover.
I'd like to do we could thinking of doing Dino Crisis next?
Dino Crisis would be a good one to do next, alright.
I'd love to do that shit. That's basically Resident Evil with velociraptors.
And it's just funny. Because you got like this camp black like friend with you. Or I don't even know if it's a guy or a girl.
Token black guy?
No, he was like this camp guy. I don't know. He kind of seemed a bit girly to me. He kind of almost seemed like a woman the way his voice was.
Yeah.
It wasn't like really feminine. It just sounded like a woman's voice. And it was just and the way he looked, because he had like this little ponytail.
Yeah.
So I was just like, is that a guy or a girl? I was too young anyway
Both.
at the time. So I was just like, okay.
It's both.
I actually don't think I've finished Dino Crisis.
Well, we have a good idea what to do next.
Yeah, see, I actually haven't finished Dino Crisis, but
we will.
Sure, that kind of makes the experience a little better when you haven't finished the game, because then it's like when you see the new parts of the game that you haven't played through yet, it's like you'll get to see our first impressions.
My only worry is filler.
Filler.
Yeah, that's my worry.
Yeah, because we don't know.
But it also with filler comes comedy opportunities of not knowing what's around the corner.
Yeah, that is true. I mean,
but like this, after all, this was like the pilot episode.
Yeah, I know. We're gonna have to like.
I know we have a lot of stuff to do.
We have a long way to go.
Yeah, a lot of stuff to do, but like we have the thing to provide some sort of cheap ass entertainment.
Yeah, a way to kill your time.
Yeah, at least 3 hours will do.
And a way to kill our time.
Yeah, this is basically just all recorded in one night.
This was everything.
Everything, like even from this podcast to the Metal Gear game.
This is being done like after we finished it at like 6 a.m.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just want to never go back to it again.
Yeah.
I actually like that. Like I put it right to you. That's actually like probably like the 20th time I cleared that game.
I cleared the game a couple of times. I mean, I know enough about it. But yeah.
Metal Gear 2. Sons of Liberty.
Well, we have the HD collection for the PS3.
So yeah, do that shit.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like
still need a capture card though.
Still need a capture card, but both games are at least about on a speed run. They'd be about 4 or 5 hours.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know about number 3 though. That'd be a little longer, I think.
5 hours.
That was a.
But you have to know exactly what you're doing.
Yeah, that was a bit of a long game.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's tons of stuff that we could cover.
Prey.
Prey, that's one of them.
Prey,
that's one of the games that we want on our list.
Yeah, it's
that's
because it's bad.
That's a game that me and Keith have both played together over Xbox Live.
Oh yeah, we did like a speedrun play and
ran through the whole game together over Xbox Live. Now, obviously it's not a co-op game, but we like chatted to each other while we played through single player.
It's stupid.
And it was stupidly funny. Especially with the mace shotgun.
Yeah, and like your girlfriend becomes your girlfriend's lower half becomes demon possessed.
Yeah, and she's like just flailing around the place going,
yeah.
Yeah.
That was bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's basically about it. Hopefully we get more ideas coming up soon.
So yeah.
So you listen to us blab on for almost 15 minutes and that's it.
Yeah.
See you later.
See yous.